Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Johnny Davis Live. Got a little short little show for you today. Want to talk about a couple of things. Obviously, our confirmed 9-round professional kickboxing match that we have coming up March the 19th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, at the Landmark Resort. Is going to be an exciting fight. Chris Mims versus Mr. J.B. Brown. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Also, we have obviously coming up on that same weekend our IKF Spring Eastern Muay Thai and Kickboxing Classic. That event is going to be March the 18th through the 20th, guys. It's going to be a great event. We have a lot of registrations already going on, and we have now, today is a big day because now fighters are able to kind of move around. They're able to, switch divisions and things like that. So what you might be seeing today, you might not see tomorrow, right? So you want to go ahead and get registered as soon as possible for the 5th annual IKF Spring Eastern Muay Thai and Kickboxing Classic, and that's coming up March the 18th through the 19th. It's going to be a really, really exciting event. I was kind of thinking about the Spring Classic. And that event, really the East Coast Classic as well, and how important that event has become for so many fighters. 23, I lived in California for like 23 years, and I moved back here about maybe 8 years ago or something like that. And it was barren land, if you will, for the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing. People were teaching the sport, but there wasn't a lot of activity. And I made a goal and a plan to rebuild this area and this region for the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing, and brought in people to help out with that. And I think overall that we've been successful. And I hope that people can appreciate the fact that we came into a territory where there was nothing, right, and built something. I hope that all of the fighters and the trainers who have participated in the Spring Classic and the Fall Classic won't look at it as that, oh, well, whatever, they're just doing what they're doing and just something just happened. But it was really actually a plan, right, that we put in place when I first moved back to help rebuild and give the fighters and trainers a platform to showcase their skills. We've done that. We plan to continue to do that. We appreciate and thank you for your support, those who are local and those who come from afar. We are so appreciative for your support. I know now other events are coming up, other things are going on. Yes, I remember in the COVID, we're still kind of in the COVID, but in the midst of the COVID, we were the only ones going, and we had fighters coming from afar. They were coming from everywhere, right, to come to this event. We knew that wasn't going to last, right? We knew the commitment wasn't really there for us, but we still have a great tournament, right? We have great fights, great divisions. We give away nice awards. We run the event, I think, pretty smoothly. We have the right representation. We have all the ambulance, the doctors, insurances, officials, and all of that. So it's a good event. And so I'm really saying thank you to those people who continue to support the IKF Spring Classic. We are going to continue to try to make it even better. Whether it's the spring, whether it's the fall, whether it's Georgia, really, to be honest, any event that I'm involved with, right? Our goal and our plan is to make it bigger, not so much bigger, but certainly better, right? I'm not trying to be so big, in particular the East Coast Classics and the Fall Classics, but we want to make it so that it is a good tournament for people, right? We're not trying to compare it with TBAs. We're not trying to compare it with the IKF World Classic. We just want to have a good tournament, right? With, some solid rules, some solid officiating, some solid bouts, and some fairness, and all of the other things that makes a successful event, along with my little Johnny Davis flair that I add for the entertainment and all of that. Our streaming, the music, the DJs, that Las Vegas appeal. We want that too. That's just what I do. So, but I just want to say thanks for everybody coming out and supporting us for that event. And I think that we are truly fulfilling dreams. I think that we are helping people out with their bucket list. I don't know. I don't really hear it a lot. I do hear a lot of thank yous and all that from the tournament. Thanks for putting it on and all that. But certainly in social media, I think I have sometimes get the feeling that people just kind of take it for granted, right? That, it's there. Even though, don't get me wrong, we have good registration. I'm happy with the registration. But I do get the feeling sometimes that people just assume that it's just here and it's just going to be here, that it doesn't take work. I want you to know that it takes a tremendous amount of work to do this. And because of all the events that I do across the country, I have to kind of obviously be very focused on making sure this event happens. So for you people who continue to support us, whether it's a fight fan, whether it's the spectators, the trainers, the fighters, again, thank you for making and keeping that event strong. Yeah, support other events. That's fine. Others will come. But just know that we were here when there was nothing. All right. Just know that we came in with a purpose and we plan to be here because not only that our platform from the PKBs, the PBSC tournaments, to the full contact fights, to finding out who those fighters are, those real champions, to our U.S. title fights, to eventually our world title fights, to now our pros. We have a plan, right? We have a plan in this game that we're no longer waiting for people to bring it to us. We're no longer waiting for TV to come. We're no longer waiting for ESPN to give us a contract. We're no longer waiting on Fox Sports to contact us, to stream our events. We are going to do it ourselves, all right? We're going to make it happen. We're not going to wait, right, on people to give us recognition, right, for our hard work. We're going to bring the right people together with the right minds and the right attitude, right, and the hard work ethic. And we're going to build something greater even than what we have right now for our sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing. So thanks again for your support. We certainly do appreciate it and all. And we're going to move over now to the next topic. I just want to remind everybody about these classics as well, the process of that event. Remember, we only used one ring. Hey, Terry Burton's in the house. How are you, Terry? Hope all is well. Out there in California, Terry's helping us a little bit now with our PKBs. He also works with the commission out there, and good guy, good dude. Thanks, Terry. We also with our event, I want to talk a little bit about the East Coast Classic. It is a one-ring event by purpose, by design, one ring. And we try to get off as many fights. I think our last event, we had like 110, right, in that weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What a great event. It's so much fun, right? We do a Friday night show starting at like 6 or 7 o'clock. We do a Saturday morning show, and then we do a Saturday night show, and then we do a Sunday show. And we run it again. It's like a Las Vegas type event. Food, drinks, live DJ music, lights, fog. I mean, it's a real deal. It's a party. If you love Muay Thai, kickboxing, you like punching and kicking people in the face, you will love the Spring Classic. It is a spectator extravaganza. I promise you that. So, so tickets will be on sale really soon for that event. Now, on that Saturday night, as we, talked about a little bit early opening the show, we've now confirmed our 9-round professional fight. And really quick, I want to talk a little bit about that. And again, I'm not going to be long today. But that fight on March the 19th it's a good. We've already done one where we had Jeremiah and we had Caleb, and people were like amazed at that fight. I think it kind of clicked in people's brains that, wait a minute, what the heck have we been doing to our sport by only fighting 5 rounds, 5 3-minute rounds for professionals? Now they see, I really believe with everything's in my heart, that on that last event, people began to now see what I've been trying to say here the last couple of years. I didn't wait on people to do it, though. I just say, I'm going to do it myself. Now people are able to see that the chapters in a fight are very important to entertainment. So now with 9 rounds, whether it goes 9 rounds or not, I don't know. That's up to the fighters. But the idea of having more potential chapters is exciting and invigorating to the fight fan. It is exciting to the trainers to know that they now have this consultation time with their fighters. It's exciting to the fighter because now the fighter knows if they lost a round, right, or 2 or 3 even, they still now have that opportunity to come back and maybe win the fight. 9 rounds. That's just the start. We have 7 rounds, 9 rounds, and 12 rounds eventually when we get up to that level of world championship fights. But the rounds are back. We are already starting to see the influence in other events. I told you it would happen, and it will, and it has already. Within a day or so, of when matter of fact, at the event, someone sent me a flyer of somebody else's event, 7 rounds. I'm like, hey, it's starting already. So I want you, fight fans, to get excited about what we are bringing to the table here. There are 9 2-minute rounds. We still have all the safety outlets in place, right? But this is going to change the game. It's going to give the fighters what they deserve. Going to give them more recognition. We're going to give them a little bit more money, right? And then eventually, hopefully, the sponsors will come on. TV is going to be a lot more appealing, or will be a lot more appealing to TV if that is the case. If not, our live streaming, IKF Promotions live streaming is going to do his thing. Now, tickets will go on sale for that event really soon for the professional 9-round fights. And obviously, it's going to go on sale for the Spring Classic as well. But listen, another exciting part of this is about our live streaming. We are serious about our live streaming podcast. Derek Reams, who's our lead host and VP of operations for that organization, that company, is serious. He's a little geek. He loves it. Right? Every time he's like, progressive, more cameras, right? And we're adding it and we're putting our flair on the live streaming. So when you go and you spend your money from wherever you are, that you're going to see a quality production, right? You're going to see a clarity in the production, that when somebody gets hit, seeing spit fly out their face or sweat fly off, off of their bodies. We want to have the clarity and the professionalism in our commentary, expert commentary, to the point where people know what they're talking about, where you can look at it with excitement, but at the same time, keeping you in tune to the fight. I talked this morning on my thing about branding, about the importance of building a brand. I want you to know this is my goal. It's not to just promote and all these things that we're doing, but build a brand with my Johnny Davis Enterprises, with a company that is branded. So it won't just stand today, it'll stand tomorrow. It won't just be here while I'm here, but even when I'm gone, that I have the right people in place, right, that are going to continue the legacy of what we've been building over the last few years. That is what I'm about, and is what my team is becoming more and more about, and understanding this. The professional fighters that we're bringing on, it is about trying to make them and give them something, right, that they can have longevity, and something that, even if it's a temporary career, that they can make something that is tangible for them to use today. Something more than a medal, something more than just a trophy. We want to try to get the money and the real accolades that they deserve as professional fighters who are given 110% to be the best that they can be. This is what it is. This is their passion. I understand it. I was there. I was a world champion fighter, so I understand what they want. We have to do better by our athletes. I am challenging all promoters out there to try to do better by these athletes. Pay them more money. Pay them more money. Do the best you can, but pay them more. They deserve more. We got to get out of the penny category. But we have to work harder on the sponsorships and all the other things, so that we can infuse the money into our sport, so we can give these fighters what they deserve. Our IKF Promotions live streaming will hopefully give them more opportunity for those financial opportunities, right? Then we can build that up and all. And so if we have big hits, maybe we can help out these fighters even more. Hey, I just want to talk a little bit about that. Tola Rose, how are you, man? It's been a minute there, Tola Rose. I don't know what Tola is. I haven't seen him in a moment. I think he moved out of this southeastern region. I think he's somewhere else, but it's great to have you on today, sir, and everything. But again, our IKF Promotions live streaming. While I'm talking about the live streaming, I quickly want to talk about this boxing event that we have coming up on next week. Is with USA Boxing. Is with Mr. Mark Hornsby. We had him on some of the streams that we've done. It is the Carolina Gloves. It's going to happen all the way from February 24th to the 27th. They have over 350 fighters. Starting on Thursday, we're going to start interviews. You'll be seeing us popping all up on our Facebook pages. You're going to, see, some interviews and stuff like that. But we also have a setup for 3 rings, 3 cameras, where people will be able to see all of the boxing action for the entire weekend. Derek Reams and I will be there live, along with some other guests, commentary. It's going to be a great event coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Again, the Carolina Gloves. It's the 2nd annual event. We will be live streaming that on our network, IKF Promotions live streaming. guys, you can go ahead now. It's the links are set up, the rings are set up, whatever you want to see, however you want to do it. You can go to my website right now at akpromotions.org. It is going to be a live and fun event all next weekend. And then on the 27th, which is that Sunday, yep, double duty that weekend for me, I'm going to swing over to what's it? There it is, right there in Rock Hill. I want to say Rock Hill. I can't really see because of these glasses that I wear, exactly the location of it. But it's going to be in Fort Mills, South Carolina there. Triumphant Fight Academy there with Mr. Avery Richard. Great event there is going to be next weekend, next Sunday, February 27th is going to be a great event. Registration is going on right now for that at akpromotions.org. Go ahead and get registered for that. And on tomorrow, actually, I'm on my way to Florence, South Carolina. We're going to be right there with Mr. Walker Vivian. He has a tournament there tomorrow, IKF Point Muay Thai Kickboxing Sparring. Really good tournament there. We've been doing that tournament now for a few years. Mr. Walker Vivian is, one of our PKB promoters. Walker's also working on some full contact action too, by the way. Just so you will know, we're working on something together, and we will let you know a little bit more about that event here, perhaps in the coming weeks. So support the PKB tournaments. We're looking for fighters. Eventually, there's going to be some full contact action that's going to be in Florence, South Carolina. Trust me, it's going to be a great event. Why? I'm going to be involved. All right, so I tell you, we're taking it to the next level. IKF Kickboxing is coming to Florence, South Carolina. Hopefully, there's no surprise there, guys. Wherever I am, wherever I can be, whatever I can touch, wherever I can help out with, I want to do that. I want to bring my mind, my expertise, my passion to these areas, really across the country. So hopefully you will join in with us with IKF Kickboxing and to take this to its deserving magnitude. It's a great sport indeed. Also, as a reminder, that we're always giving away great awards for our IKF, our PKB sparring tournaments. You can win trophies, medals, and even belts, right? We have our PKB belts that we do for the point Muay Thai kickboxing sparring, as well as the PBSC sparring, which is a point boxing sparring. And by the way, with the point boxing sparring, that is semi-contact. There's no knockout, 16-ounce gloves, on a matted floor. This is not competition to anybody. No one even thought of it. It's my brainchild. It was a great sparring event. Anybody who thinks it's any different, you know nothing about boxing or nothing about the below level of the semi-contact. That has been my lifeblood, right? So the semi-contact is a fun thing for boxers to, learn and to, improve their skills. By the way, you can also see all of our events, that we have across the country on our 3 different major websites. We have different websites, but you can see more of them at akpromotions.org, which is mine, and also the pmtca.org website. That's most of our California West Coast events, and our ikfmidwest.com with Chad Mueller, who's our representative in the Illinois, Missouri area. So there's a lot of events that are going on across the United States. And they don't always have to be on the AK Promotions website. They can also be on others' websites as well. Before I close out here today, I just want to remind everyone still about our dear friend and CEO, IKF CEO, Mr. Steve Fossum. We're still wishing him all the best. Great news, though. We actually had some good news on Valentine's Day. Tony Fossum, his wife and acting interim CEO of the IKF, put some great news about him that he was, starting to show some progress. That is always great, and we hope that he pulls all through this and comes back to just being Steve. But, he still has a GoFundMe page up. We're almost really at the goal that we originally set. People have really been very kind and generous in their donations. We certainly do appreciate all the help. He will need it as he begins to recover, as we begin to look at other things and how we restructure in the IKF organization. That's one thing. But right now, our thoughts are always with Steve Fossum. Great guy, done so much for our sport. And not only just our sport, in this IAB boxing. You remember a long time ago with the ISCF, he was really intricately involved with MMA. and promoting the MMA world too. So really, he deserves your respect. He deserves your donations if you have it as well. I'm not pushing the GoFundMe as much these days, but a lot of times when you can't say something, can't do something for someone in this day and time with the COVID and all these other things, the only way you can really show that you are thinking about them is really with your dollars, to be very honest with you, because sometimes people are just not tangible. They're not there. You can't get there and all. And we have Facebook. We can certainly put our words. But another way is with the GoFundMe. So we have definitely are thankful for that. Now, quickly, I want to say thank you to all of those people who have generously donated. I don't want to forget about you. You guys have really come strong. Some of you made some outstanding donations. We certainly do appreciate it because, again, it's going to be very helpful to the family as Steve begins his recovery process through this very, very tough ordeal. So we are so thankful again for all of your, gifts that you've done to help out the Fossum family. Another thing, I said, what is, as I mentioned, that the tickets are going to be on sale for all of our stuff coming up for the Spring Classic in about a week or so. We intentionally wait because this week coming, there's going to be a lot of condensing and stuff like that of the divisions and all that. So a lot of people, believe it or not, are already asking for tickets. When are the tickets going to be on sale? When they will be on sale soon. Right? They will be at akpromotions.org. We're going to have the tickets where you can buy and actually come out live, as well as the live streaming links and stuff will be up there probably by the end of next week. So we do definitely thank you for all of your support and all that you do to support AK Promotions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I told you I was going to be a little bit quick today, shorter, quicker than normal. We certainly do, again, appreciate all of your support in your travels and all that you do. Just be sure that we are always respecting each other. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.